Howdy YouTube, Wes here checking in with some Big Dolly energy for my July vinyl finds. Hope you're all doing well, having a great day, great night, whenever it is you're watching this. We're going to get into some July vinyl finds. These first two I picked up at Wuxtry Records in Athens, Georgia on vacation last month in July. This was my first time going to Wuxtry. Put a photo here of took out front. Didn't spend a lot of time there. We had a parking meter paid and we were on vacation. Really wasn't a digging vacation. That wasn't what I wanted to make it about. So just a quick stop, pop in, sort of get the vibe of the store, dig through, pick up a few things. And while I was there, I sort of set myself a goal to pick up some local stuff. We're talking about Athens, Georgia here, legendary music scene, and so let's pick up some local stuff. So I picked up two things from local artists, and let's go ahead and get into what I found. So this first one here is Ruby the Rabbitfoot Divorce Party, and as you can kind of tell from the vibe of this cover, this is a pop artist out of Athens, Georgia. And yeah, I definitely dug hearing this. Definitely has a bit of a, you know, Athens is kind of a rough and tumble kind of college town, just like where I'm at, Gainesville, Florida. And yeah, it kind of has that feel to it. You know, it's not perfectly polished. It's a little rough around the edges, but a really fun pop album. And Ruby the Rabbitfoot is a good artist. I know they do a lot of different various art, not just music, and yeah, pretty good stuff. So it was cool to pick this one up. There's the inner sleeve here. And it's on black vinyl. And then the second thing I picked up while I was there, the person who checked me out really dug this and said, "Oh, this is one of my favorite Athens bands." He told me this story about how he, bumped into one of the members of the band, members of the group, once and said, "Hey, why don't you do more gigs?" Because they're notorious for doing sort of pop-up, random shows, unannounced, just bam, they're doing a show. And the response from the person that they were asking this was, "Man, I'm tired of getting arrested." So that's kind of the vibe of this group, I guess. They just randomly do pop-up shows, and it gets pretty crazy, I guess. But this is the Melted Men, and this is their album Teeth and Gums. 2009 is the recording of this at Normal in Athens, Georgia, and at Ski Hut in Amsterdam, and I guess it was released in 2010 originally. So it's kind of a crazy electronic music concrete experimental kind of group. I wasn't sure what I was getting. I just said, I told the person who checked me out, I just blind bought this. I was first off going for Athens artists. Second off, I just wanted something weird, and he's like, "Yeah, you nailed it on this one. This has definitely got weird all over it." And yeah, it's a weird one, but I'm digging it. I'm definitely a fan of this album. So don't know if any of this is online. I would imagine it is. If you think that sounds like fun, check out the Melted Men. And there's the insert. This one's on pink vinyl. Really cool. Some yellow labels. So yeah, experimental electronic noise stuff. If you're into that kind of thing, check this out. Cool Athens artists. And if you go to Athens, you go to Wuxtry, grab this. It's awesome. All right, next up, I got a couple of pickups from the bin store, the Last Chance store. This first one here was a killer find. Never thought I would have something like this, but this is Wynton Kelly and Wes Montgomery, Smoking at the Half Note on Verve. This is an acoustic sounds release. I never thought I would have an acoustic sounds release, but yeah, there was one there. I was like stoked when I found this. Like, yes, and this is great sounding piece of vinyl. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, mastered by Ryan Smith, Sterling Sound. Of course, Chad Kassem, Acoustic Sounds. Nice Stoughton jacket here. Sounds incredible. Really awesome find. Yeah, I was really stoked when I found this. Definitely a killer find. $5. Just awesome. And they reproduced the Verve silver and black label. Do like that label quite a bit. And as I said, yeah, these acoustic sounds, this is my first one, and yeah, it lives up to the hype. They're really good sounding. If you're into jazz and you're willing to pay the price, they're really good sounding records. At least this one is anyway. And then this next one I picked up there, I haven't even opened this one up yet, but I thought for $5, yeah, what the heck, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. This is supposedly on clear vinyl. This is Madonna, Finally Enough Love, I'm sorry, remix album. So a remix of her stuff, Into the Groove, Like a Prayer, Express Yourself, Vogue, Deeper and Deeper, Frozen, bunch of other stuff. Hung Up is on here. Yeah, so a bunch of Madonna remixes. I'm not the biggest Madonna fan, but I do appreciate her and enjoy her, and you know, I do like hearing remixes. So I wouldn't pay $30, $40 for this, but for $5, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up and give it a chance. Maybe it'll end up in the collection, but I would like to hear it. So got that. I'm gonna crack that open soon, hopefully. Get into it. Just been busy listening to other things recently. And then this last one from the Last Chance store. I picked this up on Dollar Day. I don't know why it was still there, but yeah, for $1, I wasn't going to leave this behind. This is Blessings and Miracles by Santana. I believe this is his latest album. Again, I haven't even opened it up to give it a spin yet, but I did want to hear it. You know, I'm sure it's along the similar vein of more recent Santana albums. Lots of guest appearances on here, and kind of, you know, the similar vibe of what you're going to get. Just having fun, making music, jamming out, and I appreciate that. This is, again, the Target exclusive white, blue, and yellow vinyl. So should match the cover pretty well. So yeah, for $1, I had to have that one. All right, these next two are from St. Augustine, Florida. We go there every year for the 4th, well, not every year, but most years we go there for the 4th of July. They have an excellent fireworks show. It's just a fun place to go and hang out and walk around and, you know, enjoy being near the beach. And, you know, St. Augustine's a touristy town, but it's not too touristy. It's historical and it's enjoyable. And it's just, as I said, it's a good place to go and hang out, and it's not too far away from us. So with that being said, I did stop in at Tonevendor Records in St. Augustine, Florida, right downtown St. Augustine, a killer record store. Awesome. If you're ever in or near St. Augustine, Florida, you have to go to Tonevendor. Excellent record store. It's always a fun digging experience. So spent a little bit of time in there before we went and did some exploring. I picked up a few things. This first one here, I've had this on my wish list forever, and I thought I was never going to get it because the price just kept going up and up and up on this, and this is a reissue, and I thought, well, it's sold out. They're not going to press anymore, but there I was in Tonevendor, and this was in the new arrivals, so I don't know if they did another pressing of it or what, but I finally got my hands on a copy of Skull Snaps. Killer sort of soul, psych soul kind of group. Really great stuff here. It has some good samples on it, and yeah, it definitely looks like sort of like some sort of metal or some kind of heavy rock album. But yeah, this is soul music, and really dug hearing this finally on vinyl. There's the gatefold on it, and it's on a black vinyl. So yeah, when I saw this brand new sealed at Tonevendor, I was like, it was $24. I was like, yeah, I gotta get it. It's been on my wish list. I thought I wasn't gonna get it, and bam, there it was. So thank you, Tonevendor. Awesome. Really glad to have this in the collection, and glad I was able to have a second chance at it and pick it up. And yeah, very, very happy find. Oh, and then I did pick up one used record while I was there. I've been getting into Alice Cooper a lot lately, just digging on Alice Cooper recently, and this is one I definitely wanted to have. This is kind of like a VG copy, so it's not the best shape. I'm probably gonna have to upgrade it at some point, but I got $1 Billion Babies. Yeah. So yeah, I do need to still clean this up and run it through the ultrasonic and make it sound as best as it can, but again, it's probably one that's going to have to be upgraded at some point. This one does not have the $1 billion bill in it, so yeah. But it was $6. It was reasonably priced, and I do want to own this on vinyl. So for now, this will have to do. Okay, and then lastly, I have 3 releases from Goodwill. I mainly picked all these up to get one of these albums. They're 3 for 99 cents or 10 for $3 at Goodwill, or 10 for $2 at Goodwill. So you kind of got to either buy 3 or 10, and so a couple of these I picked up just as maybe possibly going in Discog store or upgrade copies. I got a nice copy of Carole King's Tapestry. This may be nicer than the one I have. We'll have to see. But if not, this can go in the Discog store. This is not the textured cover and anything, so it's a later pressing. But yeah, you know, as I said, in nice shape, and maybe it'll be a good sounding record. So I picked that one up. So this next one is the one I had to make a purchase for that day at Goodwill because I found this group Stromboli. And this is a group out of the Czech Republic. They're listed as sort of a jazz fusion with a little bit of a prog feel to them kind of group. Really cool stuff. The gatefold, nice 2 LP set. So yeah, just interesting jazz fusion out of the Czech Republic. Definitely had to pick this up. Kind of a weird thing to find in a Goodwill. Didn't find anything else this sort of obscure, but there it was, and I had to get it. So pick that one up. This is on the Pantone label. Kind of a green and silver color. Pretty neat label. And then this last one I picked up to round out the 3 for 99 cents here. Kind of scratching the bottom of the barrels here, so to speak, to find something. But hadn't heard this one, hadn't picked this one up before. This is Atlanta Rhythm section with Underdog. Go ahead and grab this and we'll check that one out just to round out my Goodwill finds. That's going to do it for my July vinyl finds. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching. Leave me any comments you have down in the comment section down below. Give me a like. Subscribe if you aren't already so you can be kept up to date with future videos I put out. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, great night. Treat yourself to lots of great music, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.